Hi, Sandy here. I've made a major decision. This is my family room, the half of the family room. My scrapbooking office area is there. My computer's over there in the corner, and that's my husband's computer right there. And then the other side, that's my daughter's side. You can see her sitting there, and that's my brother's computer there. And then this is the family room, and a lot of times I move my stuff over to this corner and I scrapbook here because I can spread out. It's great for sorting my pictures there. And this is the other corner of our family room. My husband hangs out here and watches TV. We collect Mickey Mouse. And there's all of my scrapbooks. Now lately we've built this addition. This is an addition, a garage with the room above it, like almost 10 years ago, and I had a spare bedroom where I had my office / craft room, and it just turned into the dump room. Everything got dumped in there. It was just horrible, and it's real small. And then we moved in here, and this has worked really great for me for all this time, but lately things start accumulating, and I've done a pretty good job about keeping the stuff down. And I just decided I'm going to move to the spare bedroom. This is still going to be my office. There's my computer and my filing cabinets. This area is my scrapbooking area. That's all my scrapbooking supplies. I don't have a lot, but I'm kind of outgrowing the space. This drawer, I'm starting to get things stacked up in there. It's getting too full. I had my paper in those drawers, but I prefer them on top where they're more accessible. And since I moved them like almost a year ago, I just don't feel I have a lot of space to work anymore, and I'm not real happy. I do love being in the family room with my family, but the last year and a half my husband's been working second shift, so I don't hardly see him except on the weekends. And then I can bring my stuff in here and scrapbook at that table over there. I decorated in red because of all of our Mickey Mouse collection. Red goes good with Mickey Mouse. But my new theme is going to be pink shabby chic roses. And over here we have our sunroom, and it's all decorated with a lot of rosy stuff. And I'm going to move a lot of that stuff. See all this rosy stuff? I can decorate my room with some of this stuff because I've collected too much stuff, and it's pretty cluttered in here. So I'm going to be using some of this stuff to decorate my room. And everything I look at, oh, that would look good in my room, that would look good in my room, but it's just too much. I can't put it all in my room, and there's too much in this room. But in the meantime, I'm going to go to show you my spare room now, right now, as it is right now. And it's full of stuff, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to pack it all up and just dump it in here for now, for the next couple of weeks until I figure out what I'm going to do with it and what's going to go back in there. So we'll go back through the family room. A quick trip down the hall. That's my bedroom, my daughter's bedroom, well, my husband's bedroom, my daughter's bedroom, and this is the spare room. I keep the door shut because it doesn't latch quite right, and the dog gets in there and gets into stuff. I've got 8 boxes here, 6 boxes here that I'm going to pack stuff in. This is just everything that I don't have room for everything else for. Has been put in here. I have a teddy bear collection. Move the camera off awful fast there. I have Boyd's Bears. I think I'm going to move all of these Boyd's Bears over to this shelf. This shelf was here when we moved in. There was only like 2 shelves in there, and I built it up some and added some shelves, but I'm going to pack up all these teddy bears and move all my Boyd's bears over there. Now this room has been started out as our office, scrap room, very crowded, messy room, and then my brother moved in with us for 9 years ago, and he's still living with us, and he was only in here for a little while, and he decided he wanted to have a room in the basement, so he's in the basement. And it was my daughter's playroom. These shelves are 6 foot wide, go almost to the ceiling, and I built these shelves for my daughter, for her Barbies, and each shelf was a different room: kitchen, living room, bedroom, garage, play area, storage for the doll clothes. This was loaded with Barbie stuff, and now it's loaded with my Boyd's bears and her doll collection. And I've got a box of the top box is all gift wrapping supply, paper and bags and bows for gift wrapping, and the bottom box is fabric and sewing stuff, which I rarely sew. And then this trunk has extra bedding in it, and that's extra bedding, and this cabinet is full of extra bedding. And this is my first husband died of cancer when he was 38, and this was his death since the 3rd grade, since 1st grade. And so it's over 50 years old, and I don't know if I really want to use it. So this is my room, and I'm going to clear everything out. I got walls covered with stuff. I am definitely going to reuse this shelf. I want to put all of my scrapbooking supplies on here. This is going to be awesome for that. And I'm going to move it to the other side of the room and just completely redo this room. So this is the first step in the project. This is the before. I'm going to make a series of videos as we go along the way. I want to cover like the plastic drawer bins and boxes with rosy scrap paper. I wanted to have a rose theme. I do have this border here, and I'm going to keep it. I don't want borders. You can't really get wallpaper borders anymore unless you order them online, but I'm just going to leave that. That's fine. And you can't really see too well, but I've got a light pink sponge painting down here, and that's in good shape. And the rest of the walls are all white. So this is going to be my new scrap room. It's not really huge, but it's a lot more space than what I had before. So this is going to be a whole new life for this room. And okay, thanks for watching, and watch for updates. Bye. Well, I got the room emptied out. Can't get back far enough. I moved all of my Boyd's bears that were on the big white shelf over here. I respaced these and I put the stuffed ones on top because my dog likes to come in here and chew them up. But that's in my Boyd's bear collection. Too much stuff. I didn't know where else to put it, so that's where that goes. Here's my shelf. I've got it bolted, screwed into the wall, those wood strips there, screwed into the studs so it's solid. And I built this myself. It was kind of wobbly when I was moving across the room. And I have all of these rosy boxes. My daughter just set them up there temporarily. We'll definitely rearrange things, but we're getting that rose-covered look in here. And I had these roses on here before and just left them up there. I had these roses up here with some teddy bears. I'm leaving those up there. Now this was under my desk full of scrapbooking magazines and stuff. And I just put that there for spacing because I'm going to build another one kind of like it, only up to the bottom of the windowsill, so I can have a little bit more counter space and more storage space, and I can put some of my plastic bins there. And this is my craft table. It's very temporary. I'm going to get myself a real table. I'm probably going to build it And I want it to be exactly the same height as this so that I can continue on with another foot of space. And this is 2 foot, that's what my old desk was, and I wanted at least 30 inches. Give me some more space. But just for the room layout, we're getting started, and I got to get an office desk. This desk chair goes with that desk. Now, I want to get a big dresser to put on this wall, and I have some more plastic bins, and I'm going to stack them on top of the dresser. But I'm going to get myself preferably a white, and I'm going to stick with white furniture over here to match these shelves because it looks good with all the roses. But I got to start on it. So that's all from now. I do have some rose curtains I'm going to put up. I got rose everything. So we got a long ways to go, but it's a start. I have a soft chair, a pink chair I'm going to put here. Just so moving along. Keep following me for updates. Bye-bye. Okay, I've made more progress. I still have some more stuff, but I want to build some stuff first before I move more stuff in. This will probably have different things on the bottom shelf once I start getting settled in. These are my colored papers. It's yellow, orange, red, pink, purple, blue, blah, blah, blah. And then these are my multicolor black, brown, and some other things. And then I still have some in another place of my holiday paper and special paper, like birthday and the holidays, whatever. So I need another one of these boxes, and I'm going to put it right there. And then this is my box of stuff I use to make my glue books. So I'm going to put another box a file box there. But it is really heavy. Those paper boxes are really, really heavy. They got me a little bit worried, but we'll see. And then I got, these are all my embellishments. It's like the scrap wrap. But I put them in binders, and I really like these binders because when they get too fat, they still stay fairly flat. You know, they don't stick out like the hard books. They get too, see, like that. They don't get too hard. But anyway, so then I got the paper rack for all my 12 by 12 colored papers, and I need to rebuild it and put it there. And then this was under my desk, and I moved it in here. I'm going to make it, this is, I don't know, about 5 feet long. I'm going to make it, I'm not even going to use this, but it's a general idea. I'm going to get 6 foot long, which should go to about the middle of the windows there. And then 2 levels, well, 3 levels. I've got my magazines and some books there. On this level, I'll have some things that I want to keep handy, because when I'm sitting, it's right there easy. And then there will be a 3rd shelf underneath the window frame, and that will give me a little bit of extra workspace. And I put some drawers there. And I plan on recovering a lot of these things with rosy paper. It's all going to take a lot of details and time. So, and I want this to be exactly 30 inches high. And then I'm going to build a desk. This is just a folding table. I use it all over the place. But I want a permanent folding desk, and I'm going to build it myself. And I want it to be 30 inches deep by 5 feet long. And then when you butt it up against this, that's a foot wide. That'll give me 6 feet across of workspace. And this is my chair from the office, and I'm going to put it back in the office. So I need a rolling chair. I put the desk over here, and I brought in all of these from my daughter's side of the office. I have a lot more craft stuff than I thought I did. But I want to replace this desk with a nice dresser. Because I have that fabric and the gift wrap and bags. And I want to put those in a dresser. So I want to change that. And I think I showed you that I got my boy bears up. And I have a comfortable chair I'm going to put right here so my daughter can sit in here and hang out with me if she wants to. So it's coming along. Got a long, long ways to go. I still have that whole cabinet of stuff to bring in here. And a lot of that will go on here. So I need to get that built before I finish bringing stuff in. But it's coming quite along pretty well. All in one day. I started about 3:30 and it's now 9 o'clock and I stopped and made dinner. So about 5 hours worth of work. So thanks for watching and keep posted for more updates. Bye bye. Hi, Sandy here. This is part 2 of working on setting up my craft room. I spent a couple of days just puttering around. I still need to build my rack for my paper to fill in that space. I still need to build my 6-foot long 2 shelf to go across this wall. It's going to go almost up to the windowsill. I still need to build myself a desk. I've tried a few things. I have not spent any money yet, but I will be spending some, not a lot. This is my cabinet that I had in my scrap room full of scrap supplies. I had the bin with gift wrapping stuff in it, and I put that in this drawer. And I had the bin with sewing fabric and stuff and yarn. I put it in this drawer. I'm not real happy with it. It's like 27 inches deep. It's making a pretty narrow aisle here. I want to replace it with a big, like 6-drawer dresser, but much narrower, and each of these drawers can take up 2 drawers, and I'll still have a couple extra drawers. I'm going through these bins, these drawers, and sorting some things. I found some gift wrap because I'm going with the rose theme. This is some pink shelf paper. It's very old. It was 39 cents when it was new. I got that at a garage sale or somewhere. I got this pearl paper. I got this rose paper. This rose paper. This. And this rose paper. I have quite a bit of that. It's a mess. It's an ongoing project, but we're making progress. That's my mom's sewing box. It's probably 30-40 years old. I'm going to spray paint it pink. It's probably not going to stay there. I'll find a new home for it. This is I had this. My room was red. I'm going with the pink rosies. So I'm going to spray paint this pink and recover it with rose paper. I still need to go through all of this stuff. I'm going to get a couple of bins from Dollar Tree. This is my embellishments, scraps, and letters. I keep them all organized in these plastic bags. There's letters, scraps, and embellishments. Anyway, it works great for me. And I need to get that second shelf built there for more space. I'm going through the drawers, hopefully going to get rid of some of the drawers. I wanted the shelves, the paper bins on this shelf, but these are fixed shelves, and I built this myself, and I was worried about the weight because well, you can't really see, but it's got a little bump there where the weight has forced it down because it's screwed in through the side here, through the middle of the shelf, where these shelves are on these brackets, and I think they've got better support. But you have to fix some shelves to give the whole framework some structure. So I ended up putting my bins down here. I still need to, and so when I'm sitting in a chair, in my swivel chair, it's really at a kind of comfortable height to look through my paper. So that works. I'm still working on my bottom shelf, going through things. And I'm getting rid of a few things. I need to get another box. This is my holidays paper. And I'm going to put paper, rose paper on the front of my boxes so they look pretty. This is my strips of paper. I do 8.5 by 11 pages. So I trimmed down the 12 by 12 and ended up with a lot of strips, which I use these to make a lot of borders, and I file the strips in there. It works great for me. And I recovered the side. This is just a desktop file, but it's open on the end, so it's got two sides, and that works. I've been using that for a long time. Here's my Boyd's Bear scrapbooking thing. I put my buttons in here, and then I have this cloth rose pattern bag. If I want to take them on a crop, I can just put them all in the rose bag and take it with me. This is sequins in there. This is my glue sticks. These are my embellishments. I use those a lot. I got everything really handy. This is where my paper is going to go. In the bottom shelf, I'm going to have my page protectors and my stencils that I use the most, the circles and squares. This is not going to stay here. I recovered this box. It's got the lid. This is my photo mats and picture frames, photo frames. I recovered this box. These are just shoe boxes. Well, this one was a photo box from Hobby Lobby. This one is a shoe box, and these are all of my like project life cards, things like that. I use those a lot. I'm going to recover this box. Probably going to put my crayons. These are my daughter's crayons. Probably going to put those on the bottom shelf. I recovered this box. I'm still waiting for it to dry. This one doesn't have a lid, but I'm going to put my tag blanks. I have a ton of tag blanks. I still need to go through this box, but I'm going to put these. I videotaped so bad. These are just cardboard scraps, cereal boxes, and whatever that I've cut into tag shapes by hand. There's a pattern, and then I've covered them with scraps of paper, so then I make a lot of tags. And I got videos and videos making tags. That's my thing, tags and borders. I love making tags and borders. So we're coming along. Just been puttering the last few days. Haven't really been in the mood to go out and get all sweaty and build something. And I need to go pick up a few things with my truck. Some wood. But I'm going to build these myself. I built this shelf myself. Oh, and I put rose curtains up there, and I put all them rose boxes up there, but I've been taking a few down and actually using them, so that's a good thing. So it's coming along, and and I've got this desk. I'm not gonna keep it in here. I had this full of the beads, and I emptied that. I had a pink chair in the living room, and I brought it up, but it was too big, so I put this chair in here. This is part of a set. I have a second chair and a table and a settee that sits too, but I put that chair in there. That looks much better. So I'll be getting a nicer looking dresser. Probably put the chair over here. These are not staying in here. And I still need to put pictures on the wall. It's coming along. I'm just taking my time and sorting and organizing. I have this I'm going to donate. That's some stencils, and just beginning to purge a few things. Not very much, but... So, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hi, Sandy here. Well, here it is Sunday night. I started moving my scrapbooking room on Tuesday evening. I have worked and worked and worked. And I've got my spare room all set up now. I have one detail left, and that's to put labels on things. I want to put some fresh labels on stuff. But I am just loving this room, and it's rosy the way I wanted it. So I think I'll just start here at the door. This is the entrance. I already showed you my Boyd's Bears. I put on that shelf, so we got a little bit of a bear theme going on. And I already had some of this stuff in the room, and we just put some of it back. I got my teddy bears up there. These are teddy bear themed pictures. So that's that wall. I brought in this wicker chair for my daughter to sit in to spend time with me. I hung this Boyd's Bear banner today. I brought in this statue from my sunroom. Hung some rosy pictures up there. I brought in that one that with the red roses in it from the sunroom. I put these bins on top of the dresser, which we'll talk about the dresser in a minute. I brought in the little bear in the wicker chair from the sunroom. I brought in some of my pink rosy things from the sunroom. This is my mom's sewing box. It was brown. This thing's like 40 years old at least. And I painted it pink. Looks a little weird color in the video, but it's a kind of a hot pink. So, and then my dresser. This is my dresser. I bought this at the thrift shop for $30, and it's creamy color. It had some yellow roses, not roses, but some yellow flowers painted on the front. I cleaned it up really good. I didn't have to paint it. I took the handles off, and I covered the fronts with this rosy paper and pearl paper, alternating the patterns. Put the handles back on, and I'm just thrilled with it. I had a huge bin of gift wrap, and I put those on all the drawers on this side. I had a huge bin of fabric and stuff. Got rid of some of the fabric, did a little purging, and I got all the fabric and yarn and stuff in there on that side. Here's the closet. It's not really all scrapbooking stuff by any means. Well, no scrapbooking. I got some bedding up there, some extra coats. But this bag, that's a bag that a new bedspread or something would come in, and it's really sturdy. And I keep extra hanging files in there, and lots of different Ziploc bags. I reuse everything, and I save them, and then when I want to store something, I just come and get a plastic bag, and I like to reuse things. So that's my closet. It's not really scrapbook related. I put this little soft heart on the door. I already had this up there, and I just love it. I got it at a garage sale. I wish I could say I made it myself, but I didn't. I moved these in from the sunroom. I already had this jewelry raw here, and I just left that in here. I moved the flowery curtains from the office into here. I was thinking about doing the office in a rose theme, but I never got around to it. So I changed the curtains. I brought the rosy curtains in here. I had all of these bunnies in the sunroom, so I brought those in, and they just look so cute. This is my table. It's just a simple table with Formica top, real durable, with a leaf. It's like 3 foot by 5 foot. It's got nice wooden legs. And this is my thing I built years ago. Holds all my pencils and scissors and glue sticks. Keeps things really handy. I had it all red before, and I took it out in the garage and I spray painted the inside and the top pink, and I put the rosy paper on the front, and I'll put some labels on there. I like the different patterns for each section because then it's clearly can see the different sections. And here's what I did. It was just crazy. I literally sliced about 3 feet off the edge of this table and put this piece of wood trim on the back so that my pencil thing will never get knocked off of there. And it's a crazy thing to do, but I did it. It's only $15 table, so it doesn't matter. This is my chair that I've been using in the office. I got to get another chair because I still have my office and I need that chair. And then here, this is on wheels. This is all of my stamps and ink. So I put that under the desk. It's nice and handy. I never use those, so maybe I'll use it once in a while now that it's so handy. Okay, and it's a little dark under here. I built this 6-foot long shelf. It goes back behind there. 3 shelves, goes almost up to the window. I've got magazines and books. I've got my daughter's little tiny sewing machine. It fits in a plastic bag like my king size sheets came in. And then I put my sewing machine with the cord in a bigger plastic bag that the pillowcase, that the comforter bed set would come in. And then I had this rosy round hat box. Never really had it used for it. And then all of a sudden I just decided, hey, I'm going to put all my glues and adhesives in there. And that just works perfect for me. And then I've got books. And my daughter had some books for learning to draw, excuse me, and some craft books. So I put all those there. And this is a wastebasket I got at the Dollar Tree, $1. And I just spray painted it today pink. I think it's going to fall off. The paint's going to fall off because it's pretty smooth. So moving along. I just got some stuff under there. I bought 4 of these bins from the Dollar Tree. They're really nice. I keep all of my letters sorted by color in gallon plastic bags. So I got one for my letters. I got this for, I had this. This is colored pencils. My daughter and I like to do adult coloring sometime. And then there's a bin. I do scrapbooking for my brother, and that's his supplies. And then I've got all of my scraps, again, in the gallon plastic bags, one for each color in that bin. And then the way I do, I've done other videos. I cut apart all of my embellishments and I glue them on sheets of paper and stack them up and put them in these bags, and I have one for each color. That's the way I work, and it works great for me. So, and these pins are just perfect for that. Now these were solid white. They cost $1, and I've been gluing rose paper to everything. These just came white, and oh good, that's sticking now. I've used Elmer's glue. I've got this baby food jar here. I mixed Elmer's glue half and half with water, and I painted the paper with the glue and stuck it on there. Well, this was so smooth, it just peeled right off. It was just super smooth. It didn't stick at all. So I got some sandpaper and roughed it up and glued it back on, and that seems to be working. So that's good. And then today, just a little while ago, I had cut this board to fit in this space to hang my scissors, and I do use my scissors and I like them handy. I just spray painted it and screwed in some drywall screws and hung it on the wall. And this is, I don't have much washi tape. I haven't really gotten into using it, but there's my washi tape. I have these ornaments, Born to Scrapbook, and I love scrapbooking. I got those on the wall. This is my paint section. I've got just paint brushes, just all my painting stuff in there. And my daughter's extra crayons are in there. And this is felt and foam squares in that drawer. If I don't use that hardly at all, but I just have to move this box to get in there, no problem. I was a little worried about having space to open this drawer, but I think it's going to be fine. And then I've got some larger items here. I've got calendar pages. I've got an old road atlas. I can use the maps for my glue books and scrapbooking. And I've got this large Fisker's box. I found a place for that. And so this turned out good. Now, I got it back up. Excuse me. This is the works. This is scrapbooking central right here. Central. Up on top, I've got these two cute teddy bears and my extra rose-covered boxes that I had collected. Those are all empty. These are bead. There's strings for beading on, and little pieces for making jewelry, and just some manuals, some various beading things. I brought this picture in from the sunroom. These are the perler beads. My daughter likes to do those. I just covered the front of this file box with some scrap rose paper. Try to get a good, there you go. And these are my boxes of beads. And I brought in these from the sunroom. And now this, I had these shelves in the office, but the size of the shelf that I had them on was just perfect, and I had to put nails under here to hold them up. So then yesterday, I built this frame to hold my space things, and I used a table saw and I cut these grooves in here to hold the shelves. It's good to be handy like I am, and I have a workshop and my own tools and everything. This is my strips of paper, because I do a lot of 8.5 by 11 pages, and I have to trim down the sheets to get them to that size. And I love making borders, so that's just great. These are my buttons, sequins in here, extra glue sticks in there. There's my Boyd's Bear scrapbooking figurine. Here's my embellishments and more embellishments. This is my scrapbooking paper, my assorted brown, black, and multicolor. These are by color with a section for each color. These are the holiday and birthday. These are for my glue books. Now I glued paper to the front of each of these boxes. It was really smooth and all in the middle. These are from Walmart for like $5.88. And it was really smooth in the middle, but it's textured along the sides. And I think that's just enough to give this a grip, because this seems to be staying on there pretty good. So those are my scrapbooking boxes. And I've been covering boxes, shoe boxes, and various boxes with rosy pretty paper. I put this on there, and I've just been having a good old time. And then down here, I've got a bunch of these Barbie things that you would rub on to make Barbie fashions and stuff. So my daughter had those, and I don't want to part with them. I've got glitter in here, and a bunch of these old kid stamps and stuff. I've got some embellishments in here. I made a video about how I made these embellishments. These are from a magazine, glued onto colored paper. So I've got those in there. I've got my punches in here. I don't have a lot of punches. That's empty. This is, what's in there? Oh, these are some extra borders that I made, because my border book is full. Well, I got it's a little bit of empty space there for something. And these are my embellishments and my themed stuff. My basic stuff is in that pocket I showed you, the pockets I showed you over there. That's my everyday stuff. And then there's like the Christmas stuff. Everything Christmas is in the Christmas book. Everything Halloween is in the Halloween book, including scraps. I keep the full paper down there, but I keep the scraps in there. So everything is all together. And then I covered this box with, I just tore up some paper. This was one of the last boxes, and I tore up the scraps and just glued them on. And that seems to work pretty good. And this is full of silk flowers. These are some empty boxes. And this is my stencils. I got to take it down, but that's full of my stencils. So I'm so excited about my new scrap room. So thanks for watching. I hope you get some good ideas, and bye-bye.